Good morning, guys. Eric and Maykus, how y'all doing out there? We're here in Kimball Glen in Grapevine, Texas. It's one of our smaller neighborhoods. It's 5 lots. We poured the first one of these lots in December of last year, and let's go see what it looks like. This is lot 1. We poured it first, and as you pan around, you can tell that these homes are just basically popping up out of the ground. That's a great benefit to these smaller neighborhoods, is that the construction, dust, mess, traffic, and headache will move out and be gone at a relatively quick pace. We expect to finish all of these homes in just under a year. Ready? Kimball Glen is what's known in our industry as an infill neighborhood. Well, what exactly is an infill neighborhood? When do you start to see them pop up in a community? And how long have they been around? Well, you know what? I'm glad you asked, because I happen to have some of those answers. As a city grows, the larger tracts of land are developed, whether that be for industry, for business, or for residences. But as those lands are developed, the population continues to grow, and there still continues to be a need for residential housing. Well, where do we find that housing? That's the infill neighborhood. Perhaps this neighborhood, this particular one here, used to be 2 lots. But the city has grown, the property values have changed, the zoning of the surrounding area has changed, and those 2 lots were no longer the best usage for land here in the city of Grapevine. What was 2 lots or 2 homes for only 2 families are now 5 homes for 5 families. This is a great benefit for the city, as more families paying into the tax base of the city helps the community grow, helps us to have valuable services here in the area. Another term that you would hear associated with an infill neighborhood is sustainable development. Well, what do we mean by sustainable development? Well, you know, here in the United States, as far as civilizations go, we're kind of new kids on the block. The oldest city in the United States is in Florida, St. Augustine, and it's just around 500 years old. But if you travel overseas to Europe, you'll find cities that have been continuously inhabited for 6, 7, 8,000 years. Well, can you imagine if those cities only continued to build on previously undeveloped land? It would be unsustainable. The population would be living so far away from the centers of commerce and the centers of business that it wouldn't be physically possible for that city to continue to grow. So that means that things that were built are destroyed and changed, and other things are built on top of it. As a matter of fact, archaeologists in digs all around the world will find the foundations of one house or one city built right on top of the foundations of previous homes or previous cities. Sustainable development. Take, for example, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We've only been around since the early 1840s, and look how much we've grown in just under 200 years. Can you imagine 6,000 years of growth here if property was never redeveloped? Sustainable development, providing quality housing for families near the business centers of communities. No, we're not new at it here at Maykus. It's been happening for thousands and thousands of years, but we're very good at it. And we have several infill developments in progress here in the Grapevine area besides just Kimball Glen. Come down and talk to us. We'd love to visit with you and show you what we do. This is Eric at Maykus. You guys take care now and have a great Wednesday.